Hello, good people. Hey, yes, we're live. We're live. It's AOR. I'm doing Tuesday night races again. I'm going to try to. I've really struggled to make time, but I am quite looking forward to racing again. 1 hour races. I'm still going to do endurance racing. I love it. It's what I enjoy the most about racing, but I also want to do things that are easier to do in theory, you know. Hence, here I am, doing a 60-minute race around Misano. I'm sticking with the BMW because I figured I've driven it for maybe 2 months now, on and off, at different tracks for endurance racing. I need to give it a go for sprint racing and see how I feel about it truly. I've had some good experiences and some not so good experiences with the car. So just want to see how a 6 race season goes. But yes, we're back with AOR. I'm rambling away while I do stuff in the background, getting ready to start racing. It's quality time. I am.
Yellow flag. Green flag. P2. Sector 2 is now yellow.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
Yellow flag. Green flag in sector 3. Green flag, all clear. Sector 1's quick.
Yellow flag in sector 1. There's a slow car behind.
Sector 2 time is okay.
It's close.
You're in pole. You're running on fumes, mate.
And I am not in the Bentley. The Bentley is rapid round here. Yes, so my second sector wasn't terrible though. Oh, it was towards the end. But there were 2 good second sectors in there.
P2, 60 minutes.
This is it, people. It's Tier 5, Season 10, or... Well, it's written in Roman numerals, so Season X.
Go in single file.
Ooh. Busy playing with my electronics, almost missed that one. I do remember this track. Oh my word, look at the stack of McLarens behind us. So it's Bentley on pole, BMW, then McLaren. I kid you not. It's McLaren to P6, P3 to P6, all McLarens. And the Lambo. Oh, there's a second. There are only 4 BMWs on the grid. Grid. Oh, Bentley, you beautiful car. Almost don't want to race against you because of how pretty you are. Oh, I don't need to cook my brakes. I'm on pads 1. Very unnecessary strats, damn it. I'm burning fuel I don't need to burn. Should be okay. Please tell me I have enough fuel. Now that I'm on the track, I'm hoping to everything that I have enough fuel. Marion, if you're there, could you check just so that I know for sure whether I have to lift?
Follow the safety car in the left column.
Thank you. Could you check if I have enough fuel, please? I think I do. I'm pretty sure I do. Just bricking it a little. I don't mean focus.
Go, nail it. Car right. He's still there. He's still there. You're right.
That was the first gear corner, damn it. How much am I using? 2.8.
Okay,
Lap times 132. Oh, that's a lie. Well, 134, maybe 35, probably, if I'm realistic. I lost one of the McLarens. $115 in total. Ooh. That's about how much I... Okay. Maybe we just make it there. I thought it would be 4 liters less. How many laps is that? Because if I know how many laps it is, I can kind of manage my fuel. 38. I should be okay. Thank you. calculated for 35, but got lucky maybe.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Me2.
Well done, mate. That's your best.
Gotta be careful with track limits, but so far haven't made major errors yet.
The gap in front is now 2.5 seconds.
Thanks, DB. I only just saw your message about nice time. Just about, right? Now I have to try and maintain it.
Russell is reeling you in. The gap's now 2.3 seconds. The leader has just done 134.84. You've just done 135.21. That's a new fastest lap for Keselowski, 134.78.
Yeah. That front left is still high. I am getting caught. Not time to yeet that yet, apparently.
You've just done a 135.33. The guy behind has just done a 134.79. That's a new fastest lap for Keselowski, 134.77.
Everybody's lapping 34s. I should probably pick my pace up. Alright, where do I do this? What corners do I look at? Definitely this one, because I'm driving like an idiot.
Your left front tyre is running hot.
In case you're curious, that's the gaps right now. P1 is steadily pulling away, and I'm not doing a good job of keeping in touch, if I'm honest.
Russell is gaining on you. The gap is now 1.2 seconds.
everyone seems to be in 34s and I'm doing 35s, so
That was at 135.62.
I'm also driving quite timidly. Natalie, hello! Welcome, welcome, welcome! Hello, Raiders! Welcome to my measly AOR race. I'm fighting to keep my car going forward. But yes, we're currently P2. Still 15 minutes to go. The Bentley in P1 is absolutely pulling away. What I was saying earlier, I'm currently stuck in 35s. I need to be in the 34s to have any chance,
Yellow flag in sector 2.
or to have a decent chance. See what I mean? Not driving very well. Ooh, thank you, Paula. Appreciate the follow.
Lap times are pretty consistent.
But yes, we are fighting our way. Getting pulled in by the pack behind slowly. Thanks for the follow, Natalie. Appreciate you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh yeah, that's the relative if you're interested. As you can tell, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm struggling a bit with my lap times currently.
Don't be intimidated. Keep him behind you.
Hey Jim, I'll keep him behind me as long as I can. Thank you, Marin. Always on job.
The lap time was at 135.91.
Remember, my lap times are dropping off. I'm maybe 2 seconds off my quality time.
Your left front's hot.
Yeah, they're too high, aren't they? My left side are way too high. Must also start trying to set up our next pit stop. Not the corner to be setting up your pit stop, damn it. Eyes forward.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Incident in sector 2. Sector 2 is yellow. That was at 135.26. sector 2.
Buddy, I know that trick. It was a good one though. It's what I would do. I'm worried about sending it further back because the car is a little, what you call it, overstay happy currently. Especially through here. So if I move the brake bias back, I'm worried I'll get even more overstay. I cannot handle it. I mean, I should try it still, right?
The leader's just done 134.58. Okay, Damien, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up. Hold your nerve, make them do the work.
Going by overstep, like, okay, Lewis, don't let that. It's literally Russell as well in the McLaren. Alternate universe situation right now.
Your tyre temperatures are okay.
I am going so slow.
Tidy, please, Damien.
Alright, go away. It's not a warning like that. It's just a little, don't do it again, right? It's not even a warning. A reprimand. BMW back in F1. Bentley just creating a spec car, running away with it. Lando at McLaren. Oh, we lost someone behind.
The gap in front is now 8.3 seconds.
No mistakes, let them do it. You called it, AJ. Train is going. Oh, we lost the driver there.
The gap to Anderson behind is
Off
now
the grid, I mean.
1.0.
I don't think they actually died. I hope to God they didn't. Airlifted. That's exactly what happened.
P2.
I am sweaty. It's been a very odd day for weather here, by the way, people. Where I am, it's rained today. We've had hail, and it's also been sunny. We've had it all, well, except for snow. I didn't really know how to dress for this race, and I went too warm. Rookie error.
Is hot.
You can definitely see I'm taking it easy through here, but you know what? We're driving for track position right now. If the drivers behind me were aware, they'd be going for the undercut right now.
Heads up, there's a car exiting the pits.
That's something I need to worry about actually because of my pace currently. Maybe I go for the early pit stop. Although I have flat track around me currently. It's always a risk to do that, isn't it? Not as smooth as I want to be. But we go. Natalie, were you racing earlier? I'm pretty sure you were. I didn't know you were online. I'd have stopped by my practice session. And if you're wondering why there's no relative, it's so I don't get distracted. Because although I don't drive staring at it, I do occasionally look down at the most inopportune moments.
Okay, Damien, there's a car exiting the pits. Heads up. The gap to Anderson behind is now 0 seconds. That's good consistency. Keep it up.
Hello, Jack. Very nice, Natalie. Shout out P4. Definitely overcooked that one. Take it extra safe. Extra safe. But what I'm doing right now in the absence of pace is just trying to stay as consistent as I can. I kind of see where that brings us after the pit stops, you know. What do you think, AJ? I'm thinking pits early, come out and keep track position. Because the cars behind are lapping quicker than I am. And hopefully I can get my tyres in a better zone. So you think stay out even though I'm doing slow lap times? Okay.
You've just done a 135.84. Sectors 2 and 3 are 0.6 off the pace. Sector 1 time is good.
There's a car leaving the pit lane, watch out.
I'll admit I feel like I'm really struggling a bit. But then pitting is no guarantee that I won't struggle either. Box early to maintain track position. Hoppy, hoppy. Hey Mercedes, I promise you, just be patient, eh? Red Mercedes, oof. Lost a second to Anderson. Let's box. Just be patient. Just be patient, please.
Heads up. We should have plenty of space on the exit. When we exit the pits, we should be in position 17, a few seconds in front of Kazlauskas. Clear right.
Pick me up, pick me up, pick me up. Aye. Okay, we've made a decision to pit. We'll see how it goes. Last stint was a bit of a just keep it on track and see what comes your way. See if we can do any better this time around. And if we lost any positions. We're 4 seconds ahead of the cars that we're following.
Come on, let's go.
Don't hit the pit limiter. Okay. I didn't even see who the car was behind me. That's how much I wasn't paying attention to it. I think Russell lost it. So whoever was the next McLaren up there.
His exit's clear, blue flag.
This is for position. Okay, so far so good. Now let's see if we fixed our tire problems. Good window to box. Yes, AJ. Yes, AJ. Pitted in clear air. Came out in clear air. Now it's just get your rhythm again, Demi.
The car ahead's pitting now. Okay, Damien, halfway home. Fuel looks good. Lead car's pitting.
Ooh, the leader's pitting now. They've got a clear lead on everybody. Mostly my fault, but whatever. Oh, that's the car that was behind Anderson then. I'm assuming that's what he was. Maybe one of the McLarens that was just behind us. Danny, what are you doing? Early on the brakes, early on the throttle. Simple. Right? It's just driving.
The gap to Anderson behind is now 2.3.
'em. Oh yeah, so I think those tires were definitely a big point. Along with extra cautious driving, but still. Seconds to the leader, but thankfully no traffic for me to worry about yet. Definitely a sweaty Betty right now.
The leader is pitting now.
Oh, Celine, I am very sweaty right now. I ain't got the fan on, the door's shut, I'm sat right next to my tower, and it's like 20-something degrees in England currently. This is where I'm currently racing from. Yeah, nice. Actually, I do like to sweat, so who am I to complain? I like it so much, I was thinking of booking myself a sauna. Definitely more shine than the freshly polished number 8.
Okay, Damien, you've used half your fuel.
I'm saying this is going long and so. Hey, damn me. Not the track.
Anderson behind is now 2.7 seconds.
I'm thinking of putting my fan right over my screen, Natalie. That's how bad it is. It's currently situated a long way away, but it's not even on, so I can't blame it right now. This is totally user error. Been a while since I raced on Tuesday nights, so.
The car ahead's pitting.
I know, right? Just wanted to clean it up a little bit.
Me too.
We'll have well manicured lawns around here.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out.
I'm just playing some Nelly songs in my head that have to do with sweat.
Just increased to 12 seconds.
I'm focused. Go away, AJ. Well, don't go away, but I am as focused as they come. Like a crystal ball. A sweaty Macbethy crystal ball. You are right, I should be going faster still, but yeah. We'll just stay consistent, and when the laps come, they'll come. Is that better, AJ?
Well done, mate. That's the best.
Alright, Damien, that's good consistency. Keep it up.
Let's go, Dammy. No, this is your pace. I need to push. Ugh. AJ, you were quicker than me for the longest time. You know, when I start racing, I told myself I want to be like AJ someday. Maybe that's why I'm racing like this. No, you're not wrong. I need better pace. I need much better pace, but my quali was good, which I'm grateful for. Got me out of traffic at the start. Hey Geertz, yes. P2. I let P1 get away at the start of the race due to my slow start and not great tire setup. But we held on to P2, defended valiantly, and now we just have to try and do it for 22 more minutes. Well, clear pocket of air to drive in. So right now, any mistakes that happen are my fault, rather than pressure or anything.
The gap to Anderson behind is now 2.9 seconds.
Yeah, that Bentley's pulling away, boy.
20 minutes remaining, you've got 20 minutes left.
Yeah, just to stay consistent. Anything can happen, right? And so long as anything negative is not happening to me, I'm in a good position. That AJ has been hiding from us, hasn't he? That was a younger, carefree AJ who used to yeet cars round corners without a care. Now he cares about the budget. Brake better for the last corner. A lot better.
The gap to Anderson behind is now 3.3. The incident's clear. Green flag. That lap time was 1:34.79. Sector 3 is clear.
that is marginally quicker. Okay. Wider to starts. Dancing in the moonlight, everybody's I'm really not breaking roll for that last corner. Maybe a solid 3/10 every lap thrown away. At least. Not even running. Alright. $15 to go.
Alright, Damien, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
It's like Jim is listening to me.
B2.
Being angry and sad since I know. Will I ever learn?
Sector 2 is 037 off the
But I
pace.
suddenly lose control.
Good consistency. Keep them coming.
There's a fire within my soul. Just one look and I can hear it going. One more look and I forget everything. Whoa, whoa, Mamma Mia, here I go again. Mama, how can I resist you? Mamma Mia. Oh shit, hey Jay. Yeah, look, I could change it up.
Gap to Anderson behind is now 3.0 seconds.
I could go for my classic aqua. Do you not like ABBA? What is wrong with you? What? Oof, what was that? Always just vibing, Natalie.
Sector 2 is 0.6 off the pace. Eesh, that's forever to turn.
Oh, I know what I'm not doing. I'm not hitting the inside of that apex enough. Like, I know it sounds obvious when I say it out loud, but my line that I'm thinking of going into it doesn't include the apex as much as it should. Like in quali, I'm always trying to kiss all the apexes as much as possible. I hug right up to them. But in the race I lift. But I guess also it's because I'm not under any pressure.
That lap was at 1:35.48.
It took forever to make that turn in. P3 closing on me. Aye. Good spots.
The gap to Anderson behind is now 1.8 seconds.
Alright, let's go. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam. Oh, take more of that apex. Deline, we should go for karaoke sometime, just saying.
That's 10 minutes left.
Karaoke and Saki would be a vibe. If you're not into Saki, I'm sure we can find something else you'd enjoy. Come on, damn it. Where did all that adjusted pace go? Karaoke and sushi nights, yes please. Count me in twice. Maybe it's the way I'm stopping on Apex instead of stopping before the Apex, you know? Also, shout out Anderson. Oh, it's another McLaren though. Ugh. AJ, you know those mistakes you told me to make? I'm making them. Back and back. I didn't even bother to do a livery for this one. I'm not using any livery currently. Should be using the turn 1 one at least. But I didn't submit it in time, so... But that would be actually a good shout. Not that that's what you said, but that's where my mind went.
gap to Anderson behind is now 1.1 seconds.
Because I was going to use the AMG for this series, and then changed my mind at the last minute because I haven't had much practice time. And I think my, familiarity with the BMW is an advantage for now. Also, I think there are more setups for BMW around that I've worked with.
Okay, Damien, lap times are pretty consistent.
So I'm just using an in-game livery. Bonus points for anyone who guesses the color. I need to sneeze in a bad way. Just gonna talk and hum and say everything to myself till it goes away. AJ is correct. If I keep my laps together, he has to push to catch me and then overtake me. Actually, I don't know if that's a he. They have to catch me. Samantha Tam livery. I can't say I get the reference to lane for once. I don't get it.
Five minutes to go. You're looking good for a podium.
Oh, the route. No, I didn't even go with that.
Lap time was 1:35.
Good guess. Good guess, but no. I made it up myself. So the colors are unique enough. They're also quite plain though. Oh, Nigerian green. That's my GT4 colors. Good shout, AJ. If I was in the AMG GT4, almost 100% green, white, green. I think you've seen this livery before, AJ. And you were like, what am I driving in? P1 is only 8 seconds up the road. Damn it, what are you doing? Get a wiggle on.
Anderson is closing the gap. It's now 0.8.
Oh, he caught up. I made enough mistakes for him to catch up. That's what happens when you don't practice enough. I wouldn't say horrible pink. Ugh, AJ. For a man who likes pink hair, I don't know how I feel about your description of my colors. It is a bit of an eye catcher. Let's put it like that. I think pink Mercedes from last year. Oh, they could slap my butt whenever they please. Just not gonna slap back, you know? You gotta give to receive in this world. So they say closed mouths don't eat. I wonder who that is actually, Anderson.
Okay, Damien, 10 minutes of fuel remaining. Front brakes
Christ.
on now.
7 seconds.
2 minutes to go, 2 minutes.
Yeah, I think P1 may be saving fuel, but I'm not sure if that's enough time for me to catch him. But even if they're not saving fuel, they're dropping a lot of time. And I'm suddenly getting slidey. Yes, 6 seconds and 2 minutes. I'll need to find one of my good laps.
Yellow flag out. Watch out.
Do not tell me. Don't give me unnecessary hope, Jim. No, it's not. Looks like there was some chaos, yes. Aye, guy Velt. Not what I was looking for. It's alright. They're all fighting for position. So am I. But I don't think I catch them yet. Just don't overshoot any corners and you'll be okay, Demi. That's the main trick to miss on them. Get your track position and then don't overshoot any corners. You called it, AJ. You bloody genius, bloody damn bloody. That's a lot of fuel saving to be doing though. See if I can get a good exit from here. That would be a chance to pass him. And then I didn't. Can you imagine? I literally said it. Get a good exit, I didn't get it. Aye, what's up with my braking? And then I lost P2 as well. No, Dami. No. Bad driving. Like I suddenly just lost all the ability to drive when I saw P1 there. Locked up twice. I messed up, guys. I had a chance. I had a chance. I'm sorry, people. We almost had it. We'll try better on the next one.
Well done, Damien. Great drive. That's a podium.
But people, P2. A good return to Tuesday night racing with AUR. I don't know what happened to me there. I didn't even think of it as different. Yeah, not so smooth today, Celine. I had the chance and I threw it away. Do you think it was excitement? Very, very likely, though. Very likely. Yeah, I was thinking too far ahead, maybe, because I was thinking of the exit from turn 4 and 5. I was thinking about it too much, messed that up. Going into the hairpin, overcooked it. Yeah, it's just rookie driving. But that's why we do this type of racing, so I can iron out those mistakes. I'll be back better, people. Also, I'm talking like it's a bad result. It's P2.
Look out for the pit speed limit.
Finished with plenty of fuel as well. Ah, Thank you for hanging with me, by the way, people. It's always fun having people to talk to. Oh yeah, that's the livery. AJ is not a big fan. I know this. Eh. Let's go a bit further forward, see what we see. Yeah, that's loud. There's not really much to see about the livery, if we're honest. Like, he doesn't have to tell me, Celine. The problem is I know if I had kept my laps cleaner for longer, P1 was within shouts. Oh yeah, look at the livery. AJ thinks this is horrid. I think it is very understated. Just a hint. A hint. Is that even a pink? I'm sure there's another name for this color. Look at it. Look at it. I think I'm going to get a what you call it livery sorted. A nice anime livery. I may go for One Piece. Because Kaizo Kuni. Naru. Yeah, I like the livery. I like it. Yeah, no, Abba got me in focus. I was really losing my focus when I went to Abba there. Yes, my start was slow and quite cautious, so I backed out and then started struggling from about here. And that was it. I just couldn't keep up. And then it was McLaren, and slowly they all dropped off. Look at that. A line of McLarens behind us. Why was I in fourth? Don't matter. But yes, people, it's the return of AOR Tuesday nights, and I'm grateful. I'm happy I did it. I thought I would enjoy it, and yeah, we'll go again. We'll get the next race and hopefully improve. I think the next race is Barcelona. So yeah, it's almost bedtime for me. I need to go have a shower. But we're back, people. We're officially back Tuesday nights from about 7 p.m. British time, GMT, BST, however you call it. 8 o'clock CST. I can't remember all the time zones I race in. Yeah, come join us. It's usually chill fun, and you get to hear me sing occasionally. And AJ berate me for losing my lap times. But take care, good people. Really appreciate you all. I'll be around. Okay, bye.